it's a fabulous show to go and see. Now, good morning, Gemma.
Good morning.
And Edward, who's busy playing on his iPad, but he's telling us about it. In so
he always does.
We won't worry about that.
No.
He might want to sing to us or something in a minute. You never know. I've made the usual mistake this morning, haven't I? I've called your society the Hina Operatic Society, which was true a few years ago.
It was, until a couple of years ago.
What is it now?
We're now the Hina Musical Theatre Company.
There you go, the Hina Musical Theatre Company. The other one I get mixed up, bless them, and they came in last week, was the Beeston Musical Theatre Group. So they are the group rather than the society or company, you see. So you can see where I get all my confusion from, can't you?
Yeah, it can get quite confusing, all these long names.
Yes. So. Plus the fact that your next show is in Mansfield, not in Hina.
Exactly. We just like to add another twist to it. So.
Actually, there isn't really a theatre in Hina, is there?
There isn't, no. We used to perform at Tina Gate School during the February half term, but we decided this time that we wanted to go into a professional theatre, and Mansfield is a beautiful theatre.
It certainly is. I think it's been renovated fairly recently, a year or two back.
Yeah, I mean, I've not been since I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I saw a pantomime there when I was a child with my grandma, so I'm really looking forward to going next week.
Yes, I know it's a very comfortable theatre, but it's a big theatre, isn't it? To fill.
Yes, it's very big.
And you need to fill it.
Yes, we do.
So, now, you're doing the Addams family musical.
Yes.
Now, we're talking about that, of course, for another company that's doing it in Derby, but you're in Mansfield.
We are, we're further out.
It's the same show, but a different company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about how long you've been preparing for this one, then.
Well, personally, I started with the rehearsal period with them in September of last year, but I know the production team and the committee have been preparing for it for a very long time. So we're all really looking forward to.
I didn't know it at all. It's not brand new, is it? Hasn't it been?
No, it's been on Broadway. It was on Broadway. Wasn't a great success at the start, and then they rewrote it. They changed it about a bit, and it's becoming a really big success. And I believe it is going to the West End.
I was going to say, has it been in the West End? I didn't see it there.
You never know. We might start a trend off and send it to the West End.
Perhaps someone will come and watch it from Cameron McIntosh's lot, as it were.
They might even want to poach some of us. You really don't know.
No, it could be completely. You may not. You'll be too good for us soon. You'll want a fee. You'll want a fee. Yes, just like me. I've not got. No, anyway, we'll move on from that. So it's at the Palace Theatre in Mansfield, which is fairly easy to find. I think it's on the high road.
It's just at A38. It's next week. Thursday the 23rd to Saturday the 25th, with a matinee on the Saturday as well. So 4 performances in total.
The killer, the Saturday matinee.
Yeah, the adrenaline gets you through.
I think it does, doesn't it? You're right. Because when I'm doing stuff in Long Eaton, you get to the Saturday morning and you think, oh. But it soon goes, you build up to the end.
Night and you're really upset because you want it to carry on.
And you start the next one.
Yeah.
Have you got another one planned instead? Then?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you might have, but we'll leave that one for the time being. What's it actually about then? This musical?
The musical opens and it's your typical Addams family: Gomez, Morticia, Fester, Grandma, Wednesday, Pugsley, and Lurch.
And that's that da-dun, da-dun, da-da-da. Is that used?
It's used at the very end.
Oh, at the end. Yeah, because that's from I remember it as the black and white TV series.
Yeah, that comes in towards the end. But there's the family there, and they're waking the dead ancestors up for a party once a year. We'll gather for a party.
It's a bit like Christmas then.
Yeah. And this party just happens to happen every night for 4 nights. And they bring back, I think there's about 10 or 12 of us, the dead ancestors, bring us out from our crypt. We come out and have a party, and then suddenly we can't get back in. Do
you know, it's a bit like Erewash sound, that is. They bring us back from the dead as well sometimes. I've died on this programme many a time, but no, that's an old joke, isn't it? An old theatrical joke. Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you. And then you have the party.
Yes, but there's also very interesting that Wednesday has fell in love.
Oh, really? Oh, there's always a bit of that.
So we drag in some poor unsuspecting normal people.
Yeah.
Drag them into the mix and see what happens.
How big's the cast? Is it a big cast?
There's 23 of us in the cast.
That's not fair size then.
Yeah,
really.
there's a massive mix of ages as well. Yes. So it's really good.
And you're using some electronics, I believe.
Yes, all the set and everything is all digitally constructed.
Do you know, as a backstage worker in shows, it's wonderful when it's all done for you.
And it is absolutely fantastic. There's a gentleman called Paul Young who's been doing it for us. and he's absolutely fantastic what he's done. We can't wait to see it next week. So we've seen, obviously, on the promo video that we've got, that he's done with Brett, who plays Uncle Fester.
Yes.
That's just a taster of what he's done, so we're really excited to see it all next week.
I'll stick that on my Musical TV Facebook page, so people can see that. You've got an orchestra, or is it a band, or? Yes,
yeah. I mean, I'll be completely honest. We've not seen them and we won't see them until Sunday.
Well, they're in the pub most of the time. If they're musicians.
But we'll get to meet them all on Sunday. We can't wait to hear what the band sounds like as well.
Excellent.
Because we've had wonderful rehearsal pianists, but obviously it does make it all come alive when you hear the band kicking in.
It makes all the difference in the world. And sometimes you have to say, a bit quieter, please, don't you, sometimes?
So we're really looking forward to all
Excellent.
of it.
Okay, well, we'll talk a bit more in a few minutes. We also want to talk about some other things this morning, don't we? We're going to talk about something that your husband is doing, but we'll leave that leave that out in the open for a bit, because it's quite spectacular, I think. And I don't know how some people have the energy to do that, but we'll talk about that. That'll get them all listening now, won't they? Wonder what we're talking about. Let's listen to Meghan Trainor now, because her lips are moving. Now, Gemma, we can't hide from the fact that you are getting very close to this show now, aren't you?
Yes, next week. We're all ready and raring. We had a great rehearsal last night.
Where do you rehearse?
We rehearse in Hena.
In Hena?
Yeah, in the church hall.
Oh, right. Very good. How do we get tickets for this?
Tickets,
this is the important thing,
they're available at the Mansfield Palace Theatre box office. So you can either call 01623 633 133, or they're available online at www.mansfield.gov.uk/Palace Theatre.
I'll tell you something else. See, and my listeners are getting to know this. I've got a theatre website which I spent a bit of time on, which is www.daviestheatreworld.co.uk, and I've got a What's On page, and the Palace Theatre is now one of the theatres I've put on, and you can click on that and go straight through to their booking department. Yeah, I said, do it all for you.
Fantastic.
There you go. I put that on especially for you, because it wasn't on before.
That's brilliant stuff. So there's no excuse for people not buying tickets now.
No, absolutely right. So you can do it in all those different ways, because sometimes it's a bit tricky, but you can book which seats you want, presumably?
Yes, you can. If you go on through say your iPhone or something like that, it does pre-select seats for you, but if you go on through your laptop, because it needs a flash drive, you can pick your seats.
I dislike buying tickets when I don't know where they are.
Yeah. I personally prefer to pick them.
Yes, so do I.
But that's just
my recollection. I forget what it was I went to see at Mansfield, though. It's quite a good view from most places.
Yeah, I think wherever you sit, you're going to get a great view. And we say we've got a great cast. Who are well known locally, and we're very lucky in our. For Gomez and Wednesday, we've actually got a real father-daughter team as well.
Oh,
so there's a little bit of extra magic there.
No, he's not playing. He's not in it with you, is he? You're not having your son with you in it.
No, bless him. I think he'll be staying at home with his daddy that week.
That's right. That's right. He's giving me a very funny look at the moment, but there you go. Okay. Well, we're all right now, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So, just before you go. The Addams Family, as we said, is coming up very soon at the Palace Theatre. Yep,
it's next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 23rd to the 25th of April. The Mansfield Palace Theatre, tickets available at the Mansfield Palace box office, mansfield.gov.uk/Palace Theatre.
Yes, or www.daviestheatreworld.com.
Yeah, we've got lots of links, so
I don't get anything for that, incidentally. It's just a link, that's all. The Palace Theatre is not far from Mansfield City town centre, and there's car parks around, aren't there? Loads of car parks around.
It's a bit of a drive there, but we'll promise you it'll be worth it. So please come and see us.
I would just say, if people are going to give themselves plenty of time, because sometimes the traffic at that time of day from Nottingham is quite busy.
Yeah, it can be, but I promise you it'll be worth it.
It will be worth it. Okay. Well, all the best to you. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
And all the best for the ride, which I'll keep telling people about. It's June, isn't it?
It is, yes. That's the 5th to the 8th of June we'll be doing that.
Yeah, so. and the awareness for... Autism awareness is at Notts County, and that's coming up.
That's the 9th of May. That
9th of May. So there you go.
We've got a busy time, but
absolutely. And you've got to look after this lovely he's a lovely boy. He's just throwing things at me. No, he's not. Anyway,
thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. And that's the Addams Family Palace Theatre in Mansfield next week.
Thank you.